Leo and Max.
And Ben.
Leo and Max.
And Ben.
We're back on Top Tuesday.
Welcome to Reality Alert.
Hey!
Man, you guys are the fucking best, bro. The amount of effort and skill required to pull this off, man. Hey, kudos to you. I would do a round of applause, but I'm holding my phone up right now. But hey,
Oh, Max has got that.
We have that.
Just so you know, Leo, that's not our regular theme song that we play every week. Just so you know. Okay.
Thank you.
You're our very special guest.
Yes,
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Hey, first and foremost, Ben, Max, thanks for having me, man. You guys are hilarious. You guys put a lot of work in. I'm going to give you guys credit where credit is due. I see the posts. I see everyone shares that stuff. So, it's an honor to be here talking with you guys. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thanks so much, Leo.
Every guest should talk to us that way. Thank you.
Every episode should start out with praise for us. That's definitely what should happen.
Dude, I'm a man of honor and loyalty, right? I wrote on a post. I'm gonna talk to you guys, and like weeks ago, and then I was driving and I remembered. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta reach out to them, and here we are. So I'm gonna praise what praise is due. So let's go.
Let's
Thanks,
go.
man. That's awesome.
Leo, I was very excited to get to talk to you too because I was a big fan of the Afghanimals. When I saw that Leo was going to be on the season, I was very excited. I was finger crossed, no bank vault challenges. Did you have the same feeling? Were you like, no bank vaults, no bank vaults? Was the same thought in your head?
Oh man, we could talk. We can talk about everything, bro. Yes, dude. I keep my cash under my bed. Okay, I don't deal with no vaults. I'm kidding. No one comes to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was a tricky episode for you. Those of you who don't know, Amazing Race, they definitely trick you with the questions when you open up the clue, right? They want to make the least likelier person do it. So it was like a math, like who's good with numbers or something. I'm like, oh, fucking dude, I'm fucking great with numbers. But in reality, Jamal's father owned a jewelry store and dealt with vaults. So ideally, he should have done it. But the number thing got me. And then once you're down there, I had almost like a 5-minute lead on everybody. If I would have done that, we would have 100% won. Because everything after that was just like, straightforward. You just got to finish. The producers afterwards were like, dude, that wasn't even a challenge. That was like a little, like, you just do it and go. And I was like, God damn it. Yeah.
Was Jamal ever asked to be on the Challenge USA, or was it just you?
No, Jamal was asked too. Yeah, definitely.
Really?
They asked, they asked a lot of people. He did his interviews, but I'm not sure what happened. He has, he just had a newborn, so that might have had a big effect on him going back. So. Yeah, he has two little ones. And not to mention, he also got a cat, dude. I'm spreading the cat love around the world, bro.
You're going to get every cat adopted in the world. Yeah.
Derek just got a cat, too.
What's up with the cat thing? I don't remember you being a huge cat guy. What's up with the cat thing?
Dude, okay. I love cats, okay? Like, my family, we grew up with cats. My sister has a cat. My mom has a cat. But I'm not, and we're not obsessed with cats. I just made a cat joke with you guys and Jamal having a cat, right? So if you guys were the producers, you'd be like, flashlight, or light bulb. Let's talk about that some more. So that's what they ended up doing, right? That became my storyline. And me, I'm a jokester like you guys, right? So if I had a fucking cat little soundboard, come on, Ben, give me a cat bite. How did I know? Hey, we're all linked up, man. Oh, that's hilarious.
You knew. Yeah.
Hey. Three minds think alike, man. So when they planted that seed, I'm like, all right, I don't care because I know who I am. Let's make me the cat guy. I'll own it. Fuck it, more airtime, bro, and more love for the cats around the world. But you know what? And I got a special guest to show you guys.
Oh, are we gonna see one of them?
I love cats. Bring it on.
Mm.
Is that Leo or Leia? Which one is it?
Leo.
Okay.
Leo.
Say hi to Max and Van.
Oh my God! For those on audio, we have Leo the cat and the person on camera.
We
Oh my God.
love having animals guest on our show. It's one of our favorite things. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Every time we can get an animal to appear on screen, we love it. We love
Yes.
it.
Well, you guys did post like 10,000 fucking cats on that post, so you guys keep fighting them.
I want to know, Leo, speaking of all these cats, how deep could you have gone for the Catwoman trivia? Could you have done the Adam West Catwoman? Like, how far could you have gone with it?
No, we just do the 4.
Okay. Okay.
So, but honestly, they might have not even known that 5th one, because I kid you not, they were fucking Googling the answers as we were saying them, man. It was so fucking
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Really?
The producers were?
Oh yeah, bro. Like with the Academy Award question or the winner, everyone's like, no, check that. So I felt bad because they had to go film that scene all over again. So they had whoever fell, they had to fall again.
No way. Really?
And we're like, how are you guys choosing questions? Mind you, we're on top of this fucking shaking building. Not building,
Yeah.
shaking platform on top of this fucking building, and it's raining, and I'm like, bro, can we get a jacket? Can we get an umbrella? And dude, all they care about is their shots, man. Like, dude, they were literally Googling, and you know who's Googling? It's not Americans, it's like foreigners, so they don't even understand what's going on. Like, we would always tell them, what's the rules? Repeat it. And this one guy, I forget his name, he's like, you're over, like, I forgot, everyone will know what he was saying. Oh yeah, this is what he was saying. It's quite simple, actually. I'm like, no, none of us get it. Like, we all speak perfect English.
So there was
We're
like a
not
language
getting it.
barrier with the local crew there.
Big language barrier. Like, the thing with Amazing Race was the rules were given to us by like lawyers, like by like the guys who make up the show over here. Like, you would get a translator, and they would change the rules so much, man. I could tell you so much stuff. You know what? Fuck it, I will. When
Please.
on the buoy challenge, when you were dropping over and over again, they said if you drop any letters into the water, right?
Mhm.
They said it wouldn't count. So anyone who dropped letters and grabbed them, DQ, right? But that's not the case. When you saw us put the word manipulate, come on, I ain't dumb. Why would I? Everyone's like, why'd you use such a big word? Because they said it was based off the number of letters, not the words, and then they changed it afterwards.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
man. There's
Okay.
a bunch of stuff like that was happening nonstop. It was like literally like someone gave them a shit ton of money, and they're like, all right, let's go do a game show. And they're not organized, dude. They would Max. They would tell us, don't drink any water, so you don't have to go to the bathroom.
Whoa. Before a challenge.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No. Like on the bus, like you get off the bus and you want to like sometimes an hour, 2 hour bus ride. I'm like, dude, we're humans. We gotta fucking go piss. Like, well, we told you guys to go to the bathroom in the compound. I'm like, dude, everyone fucking digests differently, man. Like, I didn't have to go back then. I even tried.
Yeah.
Not me. I always stood up for a lot of people. So like, if people, the thing is, a lot of people want to go back, so they stay quiet, man. I did it for the experience, and I got my businesses. I'm good,
Yeah.
man. But a lot of people, they stay quiet. So I stood up for everyone, and because of that, got a target on my back. Then all of a sudden, I'm in the hall brawl.
We hear a lot of horror stories with reality TV when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, I wish this was surprising to us, but we interview a lot of reality TV contestants, a lot of who are willing to speak up. So,
Yeah. Ask the Temptation Island cast about their experience. It's yikes. It sounds.
You
like
guys
hell.
cover what other shows do you guys cover? You guys cover all of them?
We cover
Yeah.
like a lot of the Netflix dating shows like Love is Blind and The Ultimatum and Temptation Island we've done
Okay.
too. Yeah. So we cover competition shows and dating shows basically for the most part.
Nice. Are we gonna see you? Are we gonna see you guys on Temptation Island or what?
I don't think my wife would be a fan of that.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think my girlfriend wants to go on that show with me. So, Leo, we've heard that you think that this most recent challenge that you think that you won it and that they gave it to Ben. Why do you think this?
3 or 4 people. So you're on a little like dinghy boat, right? They take you out in the middle of the boat. There's like 3 people on that boat, okay? 2 of the guys on that boat were like pointing at me and be like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Did I win?" When the cameras were it's me. Like they were like nodding, right?
Like crew
On the
members?
crew members. I don't want to say which departments, but crew members. Yeah. On the big boat, another guy said it too, and he came and gave me a high five, like, and I was like, because I mic'd up and stuff. I'm like, so I'm like, and he like winked at me, and let me tell you how fast I was going. They didn't show it. I was sprinting so fast that the only way I would stop myself is by crashing into that safe or that other box where you picked up the keys. That's how fast I was going. No joke. Everyone on shore, right? When I got back, oh yeah, you won. Like you killed it. Like if you watch the video, there was other people that seemed they were going faster than Ben. And then with what had happened the previous episode, this guy named Justin Booth, he's a showrunner. I kept calling him out because they took away my business calls, and that's why we'll get in that too. They took away my business calls, and there's a PA who barely speaks English, right? And I need to talk to someone. Like, no, someone will talk to you. Like a bunch of that crap, which was really frustrating because, like, you sign up to go on the show, and I could care less about the living conditions or food or the environment. But if there is like a legitimate question you have to ask a producer, like they should be accessible at all times. So it takes hours, even days, to get a producer to talk to you. And then when I do, I'm like, hey, my business calls. Oh yeah, upper people, upper management, upper this, powers from above said no. And then I find out one guy says no. It's Justin Booth. So he's like fucking with my game. And then because of that, I refuse to do some interviews. And all I do is like, you know what? Justin Booth ain't a fucking god. I want to fucking talk to him. I'm not doing any more interviews. Camera guys throw the cameras down. Audio guys throw the audios down. Everyone like shakes their head. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man. This was right when me and Alyssa lost the card challenge. So everyone's pissed off because, that was a crucial interview they wanted, but I didn't give them the bites they wanted. And because of that, pisses him off, right? And then the next day, you got a storyline with Ben and what happens with him and his friend, which is horrible. Like I get that, but then they choose who should we give it to, Ben or Leo. They don't allow us to bring any watches, no stopwatches. You can't ask for your time. We've been asking for our time since day one, just for our. We're all like from Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race. We all get timed, right? So we all want to know our times just for how much we should improve. We don't get any of the time. So I'm like, what was my time? The runaround. I messaged a bunch of them recently. I'm like, hey, what's the times? It just says seen. They're not responding, So it's a bunch of that. And then with the storyline and what those 4 guys said and how fast I actually won, I am 99.9% sure that I won that challenge based off all of the above.
So were some of the other contestants surprised when they announced Ben won?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear stuff from them?
Oh, 100%. Like I don't want to yeah. Everyone's messaging me. Everyone's like, people have been calling me. Like, oh yeah, definitely 100%. They said that day. A lot of people. And it sucks because of that. Because this guy took away the phone calls, made me act a certain way, made me then lose because no one could see what's happening after we pass the corner on the running challenge. So because of that, then I go into the arena, right? And then it causes me an injury, and it costs my chances of winning. So that's why I'm like speaking out, because it's I told you, man, on me, my middle name, honesty, integrity, loyalty. It sucks when people get taken advantage of, and that's when I speak up. I got bullied a lot in high school, so because of that, now that I'm adult, I feel like I have to speak up for everyone else and me especially, because now I have a platform and now I have a voice. So
Yeah.
I got, and I think the biggest thing was with the cast is I got almost 65 employees. So like I look after each and every one of them, and like they all look up to me. So I'm always in that position. So going into the compound, I sort of automatically had that position. Like I just naturally like I'll say something when something needs to be done, right? If the AC breaks, if this breaks, like, hey, we gotta take care of this.
Yeah.
I remember
You'll roar, right?
Go ahead. Insert the fight.
So Leo, would you ever go back on the challenge again?
Oh man, I think that's $1 million question. Everyone keeps asking.
$500,000 question.
And I said this the last time. I was like, hey, maybe if they give me $1 million an episode, I'll think about it.
I'm not sure they're going to invite you back, Leo. I'm just going to throw that out
Yeah.
there. I'm not
Yeah,
quite
that's
sure.
why I'm putting the ridiculous $1 million price tag on there.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
Leo, you've been going on an online crusade against this showrunner and executive producer of the challenge, Justin Booth. We've been seeing some of this stuff. I think you called him shithead Justin Booth. You started the hashtag fire Justin Booth. Have you gotten any response from Justin Booth or the challenge? Have they said stop? Have they said, Leo, we're so sorry, we rigged it for Ben? Have they said anything?
No, that guy's a pussy, man. Be a man, and when one of your contestants wants to talk to you, like, go up and talk to you. Like, that's why. And I was talking to a bunch of other people. Survivor, Amazing Race, Big Brother. You got a problem? Not even 10 seconds. The main people are talking to you. Like, the creator of the Amazing Race is with you 24/7, talking with you. This guy literally will show up, be behind the camera, and sneak off. Like, the fuck kind of production is this? Like we not like they like we said this throughout the season. They kept treating us like cattle, and it sucks. I hate shit talking. Like, that's not me. But like, I'm so pissed off, and I sustain a concussion because of it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna play ball. And that fucker, like I don't care. Come after me. Say whatever you guys want to say. But it's not rocket science, guys. If you have someone with a problem, and there was a lot of problems, man, but you're not going to hear about it because everyone wants to go back, right? Not everyone. I would say like 80% of the people. Everyone wants to go back because like it becomes a career, and that's fine. But I got a career. I love all of them.
Sure.
More power to them, and I wish they could go on because they're good people and like they'll be good at it. But when someone does me dirty, like, I don't deal with them. Like, there's so many liquor suppliers that have done me dirty, bro. I don't sell any of their shit in my bars, because that's what I am. That's what type of person I am. So, but yeah, he has my number. He can reach out if he wants to talk, but he'll never do it. And and also he's known for running. There's like like 2 or 3 people who run the challenge. And when he runs it, like, they switch off, right? Because they get breaks. When he runs it, everyone knows it's going to be a shitty season. That's the consensus from other people, too. Like, you could ask old people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Because I want to just circle back to the businesses thing and like how it interfered with your businesses.
Yeah. Why do you suck at running businesses, Leo? Why are you so bad?
See, you guys can say that, and I'll laugh. Like, oh, bring it on, let's go, man. Let me break it down to you guys. Our business is great; it's flourishing. I'm opening 2 other spots right now.
Good.
I don't got any business partners. It's all me in this head, right?
And the thing was, guys, when you enter negotiations, like there's different tiers. So if you did 3 shows, 2 shows, 1 show, you got more leverage and more leg room, right, to negotiate and get what you want. I was told that I would get business phone calls on top of my personal calls. So I'm like, all right, fucking great, let's go. And instead of having my 4 managers, do 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, right? By the time it was ringing, I'm like, you know what? You guys call my girlfriend throughout the week. And God bless her, she had just moved out here from New York, right? And she's like, yeah, I'll do it, no problem. So they're all calling her, and she has a full-time job as well. They're all calling her and giving her, hey, what does the legal think about this? What can we do here? These are all simple answers too. I could be like, oh yeah, just tell them do this. Oh, this is the code for that. I did the Amazing Race 3 times and nothing happened, right? So on episode 5 or 6, when we're doing the interview, when we're doing the phone calls, there's a walkie-talkie in the room who could hear everything and be like, hey, you can't say that, or hey, time, you have 2 minutes. And the person you're talking to on the phone call can also hear that. So it was like 8 minutes into my personal call, and then they're like, all right, 2 minutes left, and I'm like, no. And then my girlfriend hears that too, and she gets frustrated. I'm like, no, we haven't even got through this long list of things that my managers all want to get answers to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, no, then I'm gonna fucking go. Like, this is stupid, right? Because like, dude, I told you, I'm like, don't screw me over. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not gonna. I don't not there to play ball like that. I will if you guys are gonna put me like on a challenge and I got to sleep outside for 48 hours. That's fine, right? Because I signed up for that. But when it comes to contractual stuff and stuff that you guys promised, don't pull a fast one on me, because right, as I told you guys I would do this, and my employees are all counting on me to make sure that I got their back, because I'm not in Argentina having like the time of my life. So, they're told they're going to get answers to these questions, and so when they take that away, they're disconnecting me from my employees, and that's what I got pissed off about, because these guys are running my businesses, right? So I'm not going to let them. I'm not going to let that happen. So I say, okay, then I'm out. Then I only got a 10-minute call, and then my girlfriend gets upset, understandably. And then I go out, and then the producer says, like what, like, because then I refused to do my interview the next day. It was one of the interviews that you do on the days off, and then the producer comes up to me and says, "What if we get you the business call with your managers?" I'm like, I don't care who I talk with. I just need to fucking answer their questions. So they said, okay, we'll do that. I'm like, all right, perfect. So then I go do my interview, right? They lied to get me to do my interview. A lot of people could verify this. I go do my interview, then I wait till everyone falls asleep, so like I'm not like bothering anyone and they don't think anything's going on. I go up to one of the PAs, and I'm like, hey, so I get that call tonight. He's like, no, that's gonna be in 3 days. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, this is enough. I'm out. I literally go pack up my bags quick, right? I know how to pack bags. I did the Amazing Race 3 times.
Yeah.
Right.
I pack my bag and I completely like black out, right? And I go out the door. I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. And then someone tells Alyssa, and Alyssa comes up to me. He's like, hold on, I'm your partner. I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot about you. So then of course I stayed, because I'm not in the business of screwing people over, right? So then I stayed. Of course I stayed, and I put my heart out, and then we did the challenge, which we did really good at, but then my accelerator disappears on me, right? It goes into the floor. That's a whole nother story. And then that's when I called out Justin Booth in that interview, because Alyssa was like, hey, just give me 100% on the challenge and you can say whatever you want. And then like I was like a pit bull on a leash. So as soon as she let that leash go, because I stayed quiet, I did the challenge for her, and she knows we did amazing. Like, we had a great strategy. You could ask stunt guys. Like, I was driving impeccably until my accelerator just fucking went out. Even Kylan's car just turned off too. So like the cars weren't all equally sound. Okay, you could ask Kylan and Kira. Their car just turned off. Yeah, that's when I called out Justin Booth in that interview. And then the next time I had an interview, I just refused to leave the room, and then they sent security to get me off the phone.
But yeah, no, businesses are good, man. Like the businesses are great. There were small things I just need to answer. Is like, for instance, the biggest thing was, and this is like a random act that happened. Before I left, I paid all my credit cards. I paid them off every month. Um, and then I also set up automatic payments on all of them. One of my credit cards took my payment, and then during 2 days later, when the bill was due, the automatic payment kicked in, and they double deducted that. And this is over 50 grand worth, right? So that was an issue. One of the things was there was fraud. That's what they said. Hey, you got to check on this. There was another like it was a notice from the bank that there was 2 transactions for like $53,000, and that's what I wanted to find out, right? That's what that was for.
I see.
That was the big mystery. We were wondering how you lost so much money, how you were so incompetent at your job. We were so concerned.
Yeah. So no, not 53,000, 43,000. Yeah, that's
Yes.
what it was.
I was like, you said 43 on the show. Are you a liar, Leo? How would
yeah, 43,000. So that was taken out twice, and I had a and all I had to do was a fucking phone call to tell them like what my passcodes are for the bank, right? Because they're not letting her talk to them to figure it out,
Yeah.
Leo, how are you and James these days after he was a snake that bit you in the back with poison and killed you?
Come on, give me another soundbite. You got a snake soundbite or what?
I don't have a snake soundbite.
We loaded up on cats. Give him the Mondays one.
I hate Mondays.
Yeah, that's Garfield for you.
I love Mondays. Monday's my day off, man. Monday's like my Saturday. No, hey,
you're just true to form, aren't you?
No, James is great. We're friends. I've known him for a long time. Actually, he used to host a podcast or YouTube AfterBuzz. So he did my first Amazing Race season. I went and talked to him, and that was over 10 years ago. So I've known him for a while. And with TV, man, and Magic, and how they, how they say, oh, they pitch you. Well, what about Leo and they? Oh, we'll go up against him. So a bunch of that was going on. But they didn't show an interview, but there was a time with me, him, and another contestant from Survivor. We were talking, and he was saying the same kind of stuff. And this time it was in front of me, and I was like, "Hey, you got to choose right now, man. Like, I'm hearing a lot of like this thing." And he said, "Of course not, you guys. I'm just, he's like Switzerland, man. He has to make sure that." He doesn't like bother anyone, and he knows everyone too, man. That guy is like an encyclopedia, bro. So he's my man. We're still friends. That's the power of editing and stuff. It was all
good to hear.
It was all good. Yeah, it's all good. That's all TV, man. That's like with me and cats.
That's boring. I was hoping you and James were in like a feud or something, and then we could get James on the podcast to get his side, and then you guys would do like a fight night, something like that. That's the stuff we like to have on the podcast. Not friends, no friends.
You want us to go back and pole wrestle? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. We want a cat fight. That's what we want.
I probably talk to him the most, man. He's in LA, so I saw him at the last viewing party. He's a good dude. He's traveling a lot right now, so he's living life.
What were your thoughts on the Amazing Race having the least amount of people of the other shows going into it?
Bro, I was pissed, man, because that's an uphill battle, bro.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't close with someone on your show, automatically you guys are like aligned because of the show. So regardless of who they would have put on from the Amazing Race, I would have taken anybody, because having 3 was an uphill battle. So what me, James, and Kayla thought, well, we got to align ourselves with one of the groups, and of course we tried aligning with Survivor. It worked best for Kayla, because she was they didn't have a lot of girl survivors at that time towards the end. But with the guys, they were they stayed thick, and I tried going with them, but they had other plans. And I didn't. The thing is that sucked with me. I had no idea who anyone was other than Kayla and James, right? Because I don't watch much reality TV other than The Amazing Race. And back in the day, I was watching The Challenge all the time, and like back when it was Real World. But I didn't know the dynamics between Sarah, Ben, and Tyson, and the Big Brother, this cookout. I had no idea what that was until I got to the house, and then people explained it to me. So when we got blindsided, I didn't know that Sarah voted out Tyson, and because I thought I was really close with Tyson. So that's what sucks, because you only have 3 people, so like there's not a lot of more protection you could have at. So imagine there were 6 people, right? And then more. Then if someone was partnered up with, let's say, Angela from The Amazing Race, right? Then they could have. Probably came back to me, and like that might have not happened. I would have known. So the numbers would have helped you a lot. And there's some crazy tough Amazing Races out there. So the tides and the both would have been a lot more level if we had 2, 3, 4 more people. They should have split it down equally, divided by 4. That's what I would have said.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm curious, why did why did all the women hate you on the show, Leo? What did you do? What did you say? They all just seem to hate you throughout the entire show. What's going on there?
The power of magic, bro. TV magic, bro. They run, dude. Those producers, man, they're good, bro. I give them credit. They are good. These edits, bro, they are good, right? They'll ask you questions like with me at the end of my interviews. Oh, so like you landed on all 4 feet like a cat, and then I'm like, yes, I landed on 4 feet like a cat.
You liked it.
Yeah,
you're like, hey,
that's a great pun, pun intended. Let's go. So with that, that they storyline, that's like with Danny and Kiki, right? Like they ran with that. I don't know how much he likes that, because. Like, it's like, everyone, and with Sarah and making Sarah seem like she's like, like mean and like, this, and bro, I love Sarah, man. She's a sweetheart. But with like the portrayal of me being hated by the girls, it wasn't fed to them. It was probably asked for upon myself as well. Because you know me from Amazing Race, man. How I did the Amazing Race didn't work out with the gameplay here, right? Because on the Amazing Race, you're not around or partnered up with other people. So when I'm with my cousin, we're both cracking jokes like that. Oh, Leo's a cat. Oh yeah, we'll talk to the locals. We'll stop in, take the scenery. We'll crack jokes. The world loved us for that. Me doing that, and that's who I naturally am. So on the show, if I'm swimming and my mouth is like could crack a joke because I'm right there, I'm gonna fucking take fucking time and fucking say a fucking joke, right?
Yes.
That's like you guys, like,
and we love you for it. We love you for it.
And that's like you guys. You guys got a soundboard. If you see something good, you're gonna push that soundboard. And I'm not. And then imagine it's like a reality showdown. Like, oh no, screw Ben, man. He has too many fucking sound bites. Like he's not taking this shit seriously. It's like, but bro, like it's fucking TV. Like it's who I am. I love joking around. You guys could probably tell with my personality, just how I'm talking to you. It's not all I act. This is how I am. So some girls, I should say, thought I wasn't being serious enough, right?
Okay, yeah.
So, and I'm not with my cousin who doesn't understand me. I'm with other people, and they're like, "Oh," I'm like, "Bro, no one competes as hard as I can. I have a fear of jumping into water. I admit that's one thing, but everyone has a fear of something, okay? And you'll find out throughout the season, okay? The fact that I was vocal about it put a target on my back, because you could see other people couldn't swim, other people couldn't jump off of stuff, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no girl said anything about that,
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe that's gonna bite them in the ass. Karma's a bitch.
Well, speaking of Enzo, what was Enzo threatened by you being the cat guy on the show? I'm really curious about this, because he's the meow meow, right? He's the meow meow.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's a good question. I love Enzo, man. He was like caddy corner from my bed, so like he would be in his bed a lot, I would be in my bed a lot, and that's the sucky thing about being like doing a reality show when you're in a house. Like there's so much downtime, but also the positive. I became close with Enzo, so it sucked going up against him, but I don't know. Maybe fucking Justin Booth was like, there could only be one cat in town.
Of course.
But a shout out to the Meow Meow, man. He's a good dude. And he said it, man. He saw red once he won that hall brawl. It was like a whole different person. Like he was clocked in, ready to go, and it sucked because it's like simple science, man. Like when I saw that, my heart fucking fell because I knew it was most likely gonna be me based on the conversation I was having, and I'm like, bro, against Enzo, like, come on, man. This is fucking,
you had no shot.
Yeah, no shot at all. And everyone's writing, I should have gone low, bro. That runway was so short. You can't go low like a turtle and like sit because you have to get momentum before you can go low, because he's gonna just charge. So if I just take 3 steps and go low, he's gonna jump over me. Like I have to go far enough to go low, and by the time that happens, you've done a head-on collision with a stupid bicycle helmet and fucking mouth guards that they literally were trying to form to my mouth in a cup of fucking hot water, and the hot water was one of those fucking bullshit gallon things. So like,
oh my god,
yeah, I was like, is this the helmet I'm using? And honestly, I always said if I was ever in a hall brawl, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't a different weight class. Because that's how I've said it before. MMA, there's weight classes for a reason, right? Because pound for pound, I'm strong, guys. Like I'll post some videos. Like I work out constantly. I hike Mount Whitney. I hike like 3 times a week. Like I stay in shape, but when someone has 65, 70 pounds, I don't know how much more he has on me. It's not gonna work out. And with the gear they gave you, and they shortened the runway, so it is what it is, man. It sucks.
We've been hearing talks about how like CBS / Bun and Murray / someone had told you guys that there weren't going to be hall brawls or physical competitions, but then there ended up being one. What was that? Like, when did they tell you guys that there weren't going to be hall brawls? Like, what did I hear about this? Tyson had mentioned it, and you had mentioned it. What is that?
So during casting, right? They tell you, they don't tell you it's a challenge till later on, but then they straight out tell you it's like going to be like the All-Star edition, right? Because the All-Star is more of the veterans, right? They're not in their prime anymore. I mean, most of them are, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like the challenge on MTV, right? Those are like, brutal, and those guys are meant, they go for that, right? This one, they're casting people that aren't that type, right? These are all about family oriented people who clearly aren't the same guys on the challenge, the normal one on MTV. So a lot of people were hesitant of doing. They're like, oh no, I'm not doing the real challenge. Like no, like I'll pass. So then they clarified, like, no, it's going to be more like the All Stars. There's not going to be a hall brawl. There's not going to be a pole wrestle. There's not going to be this. There wasn't going to be a bunch of the violent stuff, right? So then I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm down. So my whole theory of throwing sand in the guy's face, I wouldn't have to do. But I did have 2 elimination wins, so I should have walked away. But I was very cocky at the time because I had just won twice. And I didn't want to be a quitter, man. So I was like, you know what, I'll do it. But they definitely told us there wasn't going to be one, and everyone could tell you that. Everybody.
No, I believe it. The reality TV people are very deceptive, so I believe it. I believe it 100%. Trust me, we believe you.
What went into your thought process, real quick? But I know we're winding down here. But what went into your thought process with not wanting to go out and say goodbye? At least to like Kayla, I think, who was close to you.
Why are you so cold-hearted? And why are you such a bad sportsman? You bad little kitty cat.
Come on, Ben, give me one.
I hate money.
Ben, I might take your job, bro. Come on,
It's me doing it.
It's Max
me.
doing it.
Oh, my bad. Max, come on, man. What the fuck?
I love cats. Bring it on.
I looked up to you, Tyson. You disgust me.
Whoa. Wow.
Leo's great. Leo is the best competitor here, and I'm so excited to compete with him.
Oh, man.
Was it believable?
Was that believable?
Was that believable?
Oh, man.
You made Kayla cry.
I know. I love Kayla, man. She's the queen bee. You know, after me and Sarah got blindsided, you know, she was my partner, so I was gonna go all like, you know, like AWOL, but she was my partner, so I don't want to target on her back, and I went straight to bed, guys. I said, Kayla, you're the boss. I'm going to bed. What do you want me to do? She's like, go to bed. I'm like, you got it. Like, I'm telling you, man, I'm loyal to my partners and my team and my contract, bro. I swear that's who I am, man. Like I always do right. That's how I was raised. But I wasn't used to this kind of gameplay. We're living in a house, so you know that was a quick learn. But yeah. So after the hall brawl, I'm walking, and then I start getting lightheaded, right? And then I start seeing lights in my like white lights on my left eye. My arm tingles. So the stunt guys then come up to me and they like, you know, flash a light in my eye, like, and then, you know, you should sit down. And then they call the medics. The medics come again with the fucking language barrier. I speak Spanish, but I'm a little, you know, shook right now. So she's saying something which I'm trying to comprehend, and like no one's translating. I think one of the audio guys started translating, right? And then that's when this lady producer comes by and it's like, not knowing what's going on, man. They don't care. It's like they just always want their shot, man. That's it. That's all they care about is their shot. So is he gonna come out? And like they're trying to tell her, and then that's when I say they're saying it's pointless, you idiot. Like the ambulance is on their way. Like I gotta go to get checked out. And then they if you go rewatch that, TJ doesn't say what he said, right? You can't see that on his mouth. So go rewatch that. They made him send that audio recording after the fact. You know, Leo's taking the time for himself.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
What did he
ADR.
say?
Wow.
He said Leo is taking time for himself right now.
Okay.
He didn't say that because you can't see his mouth, right? He did not say that. And I've spoken to many people, and they all said that to me, that he didn't say that. Because they heard the ambulance go off. You know how sad this is, guys? You know how I said with the whole water thing and how they care about their shots? I'm in the ambulance for 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and I'm like, why the fuck aren't we going? You know why?
Why?
Guess. Both of you take a wild guess.
Because they're hoping that you'll come out to do the shot, or they want to get a good shot of you in the ambulance.
Yes.
What I was thinking.
They couldn't find the drone guy because the drone guy had already packed the shit up because they got the stuff done, you know. So then the drone guy comes, right, puts the drone up, then I go off. So they have footage of this. Everyone hears the sirens, and then they insert the clip with me wearing a black shirt. That's when me and Sarah were blindsided, and I was furious. That was when I called everyone a snake. It was after that episode, right? Because that's when I realized everyone was a snake. So I never did my exit interview. If you see on episode 8, throughout the whole episode, I have different outfits on because they just cut different pieces from all my other interviews.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the truth. That's the truth, fellas. Max and Ben, my men, my guys.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Leo, that you had this experience.
Hey, everything is fine. I just wish for the next time production. I mean, everything's not really fine, but I'll just say it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, everyone is human. You know, like don't treat us like fucking cattle. You know, but as I said, people are scared to say something because they want to go. It's good money, man. You know,
Yeah.
making six figures for doing the challenge 2-3 times a year or more, right? Like, dude, who wouldn't want to do that? So yeah, you're not gonna say much because they're gonna keep going back. But you guys know, you guys are in the reality TV, so you guys can see a bunch of videos of people coming out now and saying stuff and how it's operated. So, you know, the only time's going to tell how long this buffoonery is going to last. Because, you know, like Amazing Race just answered a higher standard, bro. I remember one time me and my cousin had an issue with something. Bro, 3 minutes later, 3 of the big dogs were in our room. Like, what's going on? Like, oh, well, this happened. Got it. Fixed. Boom. Done. Over here, can we talk with someone? It's fucking the PA. Leo, no, you have to wait till tomorrow. I'm like, what? This is important, right? We apparently had an HR lady on site. Tell her, no one. You know, so the best thing people could do was talk to a therapist, and hopefully the therapist could tell someone in CBS. You know, so
Sheesh.
yeah. But hey,
Oh.
you know, I don't want any of that to bring you guys. Hey, Max, come on, give me another one. I'm fucking lighting up the mood, bro.
That's you and Enzo fighting. It's a cat fight, Leo.
I know. That was a cat fight, man.
Yeah, that was from the hall brawl. That was live. That was live.
The live audio. Yeah,
That was
I
live
know.
audio.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you think Derek's gonna do on the Amazing Race, Leo? You looking forward to that?
I think he's gonna do great, man. He's smart. I've met Claire a bunch of times, and I've seen Derek a bunch of times now. I think they're gonna do really good because, you know, he's now done 2 shows in less than a year. So, you know, being behind camera, that also, you know, lessens the stress. And then, you know, he hung out with me for a few weeks. So, you know, hanging out with that Afghanimal, you get that Afghanimal luck, you know?
You were like, read the clue. You always have to read the clue. And if you get into a bank vault, don't stress too much. It's not a real challenge, you know?
Exactly. Man, I love you guys, man. This was a lot of fun. Honestly, come to any of my bars. Drinks on me. I found the $43,000, so we all good, man. Drinks on me.
Leo, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Anytime, man. You guys got my number. Anything you guys ever need, hit me up, okay?
All right.
We'll do.
Thanks,
Thank you, Leo.
Bye, guys. Peace. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, well, that was just a ton of fun.
That was just the best.
That was just the cat's meow, wasn't it?
We had so much tea there.
My God.
Oh my God. Wow.
Oh, why didn't I take the blue pill?
Justin Booth, drag her. Drag her. He's making a burn book for Justin Booth right now.
Yes. Justin Booth will not be getting any free drinks at his bars.
I hate that. Like, the whole time I'm like, this is so awful that all these things happened, and the same time I'm like, oh my God, the tea is so hot. Yes, I love this. Yes. Oh my God, this is on our podcast. Yes, more.
He was disappointed by that we didn't do enough sound bites. I love that about him.
I know he was just saying such like serious shit, and I was like, when do I
every time he mentions Justin Booth, that's when you do a
is that when I go
sound. Yeah.
When do I do my lonely cat soundbite of? I was like, when is that appropriate? When he's like, and then I couldn't get my business phone call, and I thought my business was going to go under.
Yeah, that's when you do the lonely.
Yeah, and and then the PA didn't speak English. I was like, I don't know when the cat thing comes in.
Every time he says something upsetting or bad that happened, you have to do the "I hate Mondays."
Yeah, and then I was in an ambulance. Yeah, but that was good. I'm glad the audio fixed itself out. We did get a little bit of video quality, but the audio was great, so everything was good, and I think it was an amazing interview. And Fantastic. We are the best podcast. He endorsed us, so we win.
He searched through thousands of podcasts to find us, and
well, you can join us next time as we recap the Challenge USA. Probably on Friday this week, we'll be doing our Challenge USA recap, so you can check us out for that. You can always join us at our Patreon. Great way to support the podcast, or check out, we're currently doing a rewatch of and recaps of Love is Blind season 1 every week, and starts at only $5 our Patreon. You can check that out at patreon.com/reality alert. You can also get our recaps of F-Boy Island season 2, and also a bunch of nostalgia rewatches like MTV shows like Next and Room Raiders. So check that out for the best challenge podcast. You can do that. But of course, all of our challenge recaps are free, and hopefully get some more exit interviews going on. So yeah, be sure to check us out. We'll have some more shows we'll be recapping soon. But for right now, we are doing the challenge. Ben, anything else?
That's it. Stay rascally. Meow. Meow.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
I love cats. Bring it on.